From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Penix now off the bootleg. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he's taken down, but just shy of midfield. 13 yards to start that drive, and a quick first down.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
And he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
On 2nd down, here's Penix. There's Kyle Pitts with the grab. And he's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line. They get 25 on that connection. First down, Atlanta.
Having a tight end that can contribute in the passing game, Mike, I mean, it just seems like it's become more and more common throughout the entire league. And not only do you have to be reliable, but you have to be athletic enough after the catch to take advantage of some of these targets. So,
oh, they're on him in a flash, and he lost the football. And the Vikings have the takeaway.
And that's just got to be a really deflating way to start this game, Mike. I mean, you work on this opening script all week long with the expectation that you're going to start fast, and then you come out early, careless with the ball. They knock it loose and create the early takeaway.
McCarthy now going to start with a pass. His first throw of the game is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jabril Peppers.
This is an area of the offense, Mike, that's going to have to find its rhythm now as this game unfolds. They talked all week, come out early, get some completions, settle down this quarterback. Well, in return, he throws an early pick. It's too early to go away from the game plan. There's a lot of game left, but this passing game is going to have to get on track throughout the rest of this game.
London brought in motion. They're going to go play action with Penix. And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield. Andrew Van Ginkel. He gets in to drop him for his first sack of the young season. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Pitts is the man in motion. Now Penix to throw on 2nd down. He's got this to Bijan Robinson. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
3rd and long. Pitts is the man in motion. On 3rd down, Penix. And that is incomplete. Drake London was the intended receiver there. And it's going to bring up 4th down. The Falcons send their punting unit out. Now, how about this? It's a fake. And this is going to be incomplete. So they let the punter try and throw for it. Not sure if he did that on his own. Either way, doesn't matter. They have turned it over on downs.
Relying on your kicker to throw the ball in an actual NFL game is certainly one choice. And that play from the jump just didn't seem like it had much of a chance. I mean, next time your kicker comes out there, just let him do his job and kick it.
And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
He'll find his tight end, Josh Oliver. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a first down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
On play action, here's McCarthy. He connects with Jordan Addison. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. A gain of 24 through the air. It'll be a Vikings first down. To throw once more, here's McCarthy. That one, take it in, middle of the end zone. Adam Thielen, touchdown Vikings. That his first touchdown of the new year. On now for the extra point, here's Will Reichert. He's got it, and the Vikings will take a 7-0 lead. Reichert out now, following the touchdown, as he kicks this one away. And there'll be no return forthcoming, so the ball comes out to the 35. Boy, some bulk in the formation on that right side here for 1st and 10. To throw is Penix. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. Jonathan Allen. He had a sack in the opener last week. He's got another one here.
As this offense continues to try to find its way out of this hole, things are going to just continue to get more difficult if they can't protect the passer. The longer you trail, the more the defense knows you need to throw the ball, and they're going to have to protect their quarterback a lot better than they did there.
That's caught left side by Pitts. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45. That pass play good for 22. It's good for a Falcon first down. Now a handoff. Oh, a wrinkle. Here comes a reverse. And this is going to be a big loss. He kept retreating, looking for an escape hatch, found nothing. And they get him down well behind the line. On 2nd down, Penix. He finds Darnell Mooney for the catch. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Third and long. from the gun on third down. Here's Penix, and that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
And a pretty good punt there. The fair catch taken right around the 11-yard line. Opening carry of the game for Aaron Jones. And he's able to push through the tacklers to pick up 6. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. A throw left side, taken in by Thielen. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25.
As that play unfolded, Mike, I thought he was going to have a chance to find the end zone for the second time here today. And I'll be honest, if I'm the play caller, by the end of this drive, I might give him one more shot at the end zone. But either way, they got to be thinking coming away here with 6.
That is caught to the goal line and in. T.J. Hawkinson, touchdown Minnesota.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter. I mean, you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield. It doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
Reichard good with the extra point, and the Vikings move out on top 14-0. Reichard out now following the touchdown as he kicks this one away. Jamal Agnew now to return. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. Now the lefty Penix on first down. Short throw taken by Pitts. And he's out of bounds on the pass play, but that's good for 8 yards.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
From the 31, here comes a 2nd and a yard. Play action. It's Penix. And that one is incomplete and brings us to the end of the first quarter of play. So we are through one here on Sunday Night Primetime. It's the Vikings with the edge. More from the Twin Cities in a moment. Third and a yard. They'll try to run for it with Robinson. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. They get 24 on that one. First down, Atlanta. tight end going in motion here. On first down, it's Penix. Oh, no chance there. Under a heavy rush, he goes down. Blake Cashman working his way in to earn his second sack of this first half.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we're going to see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
Pitts is the man in motion. Now a timeout, Atlanta. That's their first. Pitts is the man in motion. Back to throw. Here's Penix. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through, and it's going to bring up a third down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Now Penix on third and long. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Josh Metellus.
The best way, Mike, for a defense to bait these bad throws is don't allow the quarterback to throw the ball to their first read. By the time he gets to the third or fourth read, in this case, the defender has already put himself in position, jump that route, challenge the receiver, and that's a big-time takeaway.
Off the play fake, it's McCarthy. Pushed out to his right. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
They'll try again here. Second and 10. From the shotgun, it's a throw for McCarthy. He keeps it himself.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
Backfield empties. 5 receivers in the formation for third down and 5. Looking for Jefferson deep downfield. He's got it! And he's going to be brought down inside the 15. A big play for Minnesota. And even 50 yards. Down at the 12. It's first and 10. From the gun, here's McCarthy. On the move left. That is caught by the tight end. Touchdown, Vikings. And how about that? His first career catch also becomes his first career NFL touchdown. Will Reichard now on for the extra point. He's got it. And the Vikings will stake themselves to a 21-0 lead. Reichard out now following the touchdown as he kicks this one away. Agnew on the return. He'll get across the 20, mark him at the 22-yard line. unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10. They'll throw. It's Penix. That'll be caught by the running back Robinson. And he'll be out of bounds. A pickup, though, of 6.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
On 2nd down, here's Penix. That's caught. It's Charlie Werner, the tight end. He is knocked down hard. Wow, they stopped him in his tracks, but he does have enough to pick up the first down.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a first down.
On play action, Penix. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down.
That's going to be intercepted. And he won't be able to take it all the way in, but that is a great return, and they are set up 1st and goal.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception, but boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
That's hauled in at the 2. And a big collision there down near the goal line keeps him out of the end zone.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times. And then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one?
He's got his big tight end, T.J. Hawkinson. Touchdown, Minnesota. His 2nd touchdown of this first half. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
And he is stopped at the 25, and the drive will begin there. A quick throw on the RPO is complete, and they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. That's the way to get started, a pickup of 17 and a very quick first down.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins, and it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline, so as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
London brought in motion. 2 minutes remain here in this first half. We'll have more from Minneapolis after this. They'll put a receiver in motion right. They're going to go play action with Jonathan Grenard. In there to drop him that time. It's a loss of 7.
Mike, this isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line, and if they don't get it fixed, this game could be a runaway.
That one knocked away. It is incomplete. Very good job defensively. Stayed right with him, and will bring up 3rd down.
Yeah, I think he got away with one there, Mike. I thought with the way the defender had him covered, I was actually surprised he didn't move off to his next progression. He threw that into some really tight coverage, and he's lucky that ball wasn't picked.
Mooney in motion. From the gun, it's Penix. This one just too far for the receiver, out in front of him. That one falls incomplete. Bijan Robinson, the intended receiver, out of the backfield. And it's going to lead to 4th down. A fair catch signaled, and they'll have it just outside their own 20. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. To throw is McCarthy. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, but that's it. To the air on 3rd down is McCarthy. Out to his right. And that is incomplete. The intended receiver was Justin Jefferson. And that'll set up 4th down. It'll be a punt coming from the Vikings. The Falcons are going to send Jamal Agnew deep to return. This fielded inside the 35. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. From the gun, here is Penix. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
If you want to be a top-notch NFL DB, of course, yes, the athleticism is a given, but it's really, you have to be instinctive. The instincts are what allow you to maximize those physical skills, and you saw them on full display right here, leading in the big-time breakup.
Down the field, connection made to Mooney. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Falcons go ahead and take their 2nd timeout as the clock stops with 46 seconds remaining in the 1st half. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. That's caught left side by Pitts.
The drag route. We used to say this is day 1 install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
On 3rd down, it's Robinson. And right to the 25-yard line, that is enough for the 1st down, so they pick it up on the ground, and the drive keeps going.
Big hole to run through there on 3rd and 1. This offensive line, they completely dominated this defensive front, and opens the door for a really nice pickup and an easy 1st down.
That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this 1st half.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
So, 1 half in the books. 2nd half coming up. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The 3rd quarter is underway. From the 6, here comes a return. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The drive begins with a carry by Jones. And oh, they smack him down there. Big hit right at the line. No gain.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
Play action now. It's McCarthy. Open man downfield. It's Addison. And he's going to take this one all the way. 70 yards. Touchdown, Minnesota. Well, that was a pretty easy touchdown. He was wide open, Greg. Easy chance to close the deal, and they do with a touchdown.
And Mike, it just appears to me that's just a breakdown defensively. You can't allow a receiver to not only be so open it's an easy pitch and catch, but then to have the space to operate after the catch to finish that one off in the end zone.
Agnew on the return. And he'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
So there's multiple factors, Mike, that make blitzes successful. So, of course, there's the initial design. Can you attack the vulnerabilities of the offense's blocking scheme? And then in this case, the next phase is the timing. You can see this linebacker knew exactly when that ball was going to be snapped. The offensive line had no chance to identify and pick him up, and he's able to bring him down for a loss.
And he's going to be taken down inside the 40-yard line. It is a big play there for the Falcons. An even 40 yards. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. To throw is Penix. That'll be caught. It's Tyler Algier. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
And this defense, they just continue to put in a great night's work. I mean, Mike, you think whether it's been blitz schemes, stunts, whatever, you name it, this offensive line has had its hands full. They have allowed their quarterback to be hit way too many times.
That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. The defense blows a chance to get off the field as the offense converts 3rd and 14. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Looking to set up that wide receiver screen, get it out to the edge, but they do not connect, and that one is incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient. but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
Trying to get it to Kyle Pitts. And it's going to be third down. Penix going to throw again. That's to Pitts, the tight end. That's catch number 5 tonight, and it's good for a first down.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets to the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the first down anyway.
Mooney in motion. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Second down and 8. Throwing is Penix. He pulls it in around the 5. And he's in! Kyle Pitts, touchdown Atlanta. Well, they get on the board. That pads the individual stats, makes mom and dad happy, but Greg, we have seen stranger things. You never know.
Yeah, and I think the biggest thing right now, Mike, aside from the scoreboard, oftentimes in the NFL, you learn more about your team in moments like this than you do when everything's going well. So I think this coach is paying real close attention to which one of his guys are going to continue to fight.
Koo able to add the extra point, and the Falcons will get just a bit closer. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. They'll fake the give, and now it's McCarthy. That's into the hands of Aaron Jones. And he'll be out of bounds as the first down completion nets about 3. From the 31, here's 2nd and 6. Now Jones. He'll get in behind his blockers, get forward for a pickup of 3. Jabril Peppers up from his safety spot to bring him down.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
They'll try and throw it with McCarthy. And that is incomplete. He was looking for T.J. Hockenson on that one. And now it's 4th down. It'll be a punt coming up for the Vikings, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play. So both teams trade touchdowns in that frame as we get through the end of the 3rd quarter. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. They'll begin the 4th by giving it to Robinson. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to 3rd down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
On 1st down, right back to Robinson. And he'll take this up past the 40, a pickup of 5.
So I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. Third down, 3 to go. Play action. It's Penix. And this ball incomplete on third down.
Well, here we find the best laid plans sometimes do go astray. Every offense, Mike, what do they tell us? We want to stay ahead of the chains. We want to stay on schedule. This was a third and very reasonable, incomplete on that third down try. Now brings up 4th and short.
The offense not coming off the field, and here's 4th down. They're going on 4th down. It's Penix. Short throw taken by Pitts. And he's going to have the first down. An aggressive call there, but it works out as they convert on 4th down. Looking to throw, it's Penix. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. Javon Hargrave in there to bring him down. And that's his first sack of the year. On 2nd down, Penix. That's going to be dropped underneath for Robinson. And he'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
Well, this is a great example of the old saying, Mike, you never go broke taking a profit. And give credit to this quarterback. I know it's not the big explosive play he was looking for, but getting the ball into the hands of his running back, allow him to pick up some extra yardage after the catch.
On 3rd down, Penix. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively, and it sets up 4th down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball. You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
They'll run it with Jones to begin this drive. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 5. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. They run it once more with Jones. And he'll be near the 1st down marker. Let's call it a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on 3rd down.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the 1st down marker, and they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. A short one taken by Hawkinson. And he will have the 1st down. Even with 3 timeouts on the other side, they're going to be able to run this baby all the way down. They run straight ahead with Jones. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
Again, it's Jones. And he will be taken down. We'll see if they want to use those timeouts, but this one is about done. So a win here for the Vikings. They get the job done here at home, and they follow the opening weekend victory with another here to move to 2-0 on the season. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Vikings, as we say so long from Minneapolis.